Two guys, a chained-up bathroom, a corpse right there in the middle. Ugh, sound like a nightmare, right?
Are like a waking one, and that's what makes Saw W so effective.
That's the thing with a Saw, though. In 2004, it took that overdone horror trope and, well, it twisted it. What if I told you it's less Freddy Krueger, more like, I don't know, philosophy with some seriously messed up visuals?
It's interesting you say disguised because the film's power comes from how it draws you in with that visceral horror, but then it doesn't let you off the hook. You're forced to face these deeply unsettling questions, about choice, consequence, what life even means.
Okay, so let's break this down for our listener, this whole twisted morality play going on. Picture this. You wake up right, but you're groggy, disoriented, ankles chained to a pipe. You're in this grimy bathroom, total stranger, chained up across from you and between you. A corpse. Oh, and there's a tape recorder laying out the rules to some deadly game, courtesy of the infamous Jigsaw.
Yeah, talk about a bad morning, right?
Understatement of the century. But it's smart, though, right? That setup. It's claustrophobic instantly. You're trapped. And not just physically, but you can feel that moral trap closing in, too.
And that's the genius of Jigsaw, right? He's not your typical slasher villain just racking up a body count.
Yeah.
He's playing with these bigger ideas, this idea of choice, like I said, these elaborate, often gruesome tests he puts them through. He's trying to force people to appreciate what they have, to value their lives. But is that even possible? Can you force someone to value something if it wasn't already there?
Which is what makes Jigsaw himself so fascinating. He's thought of as this mastermind, right? But this isn't Jason or Freddy. He's almost, dare I say, philosophical in his approach, even if his methods are, well, let's just say, a bit extreme.
Exactly. He's like this puppeteer, right? But twisted. These scenarios he comes up with, they are elaborate and designed to terrify. Yeah, but it goes deeper. He's trying to expose something, what he sees as hypocrisy in the world.
So it's more than just people being bad. In his mind, they're almost ungrateful.
Right. Jigsaw, he targets people who he thinks, well, they squander what they have, they're not grateful, so he traps them. But he doesn't just want them dead right away. They have to fight, face their own mortality, and then reevaluate all their choices.
It's like he's holding up this funhouse mirror to society, but it makes you question things, your own values, the choices we all make, even if we'd rather not think about it too hard.
And the way the film itself is put together, it mirrors that whole manipulation thing, too. We get these flashbacks, but they're fragmented, these little glimpses into who the characters are, how they connect to Jigsaw, and that just cranks up the suspense.
Because he knows more than they do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the film, it revels in that.
It's like those puzzle boxes Jigsaw is obsessed with. Every piece of information, each horrifying thing you learn, it's like unlocking another layer, but you never get the full picture, not right away.
Precisely. That's what makes it work. Like, take the reverse bear trap scene with Amanda. I mean, it's brutal, totally visceral. Plays on that primal fear of, well, being ripped apart.
It's iconic for a reason. I mean, everyone remembers that thing.
Right, but it's designed that way, meticulously, to show Jigsaw's messed up sense of justice. He thinks she needs this to face death, to then actually appreciate being alive. Agree or disagree, you can't deny how powerful it is.
No, it gets under your skin, that's for sure. It's gruesome, inventive, and the film, it just stays with you. But it's not just the physical stuff, the traps themselves. It's the mental game he's playing, right? Jigsaw puts these people into these situations, these awful ethical corners, where there's almost no way out.
Exactly. It's psychological torture, basically, and that's effective. He's preying on this really basic human fear. We don't want to make the wrong choice, right? We want to survive and save the people we care about, and he knows that.
Oh, for sure. Like that scene where Dr. Gordon, he has to choose kill Adam or his family dies.
Brutal, right. Talk about an impossible situation.
It's awful, and you know it's messed up, but you almost find yourself, I don't know, judging the guy. Like, what would I even do?
And that's what makes Saw different. It's not just like, boo, horror.
It's got those jump scares, though.
Oh, yeah, plenty of gore, but it makes you think. It asks these unsettling questions about us, human nature. Are we good? Are we bad? What happens when someone's pushed that far? It's like, what are we really capable of when it's life or death?
It's that true crime thing, right? But like, amplified, you're grossed out, but you can't look away. We're drawn to the darkness. Like, that ending. Whoa. Jigsaw, alive the whole time. Just chilling there.
The rug pull to end all rug pulls, honestly, you think you're figuring it out, and bam.
Changes how you see the whole film.
Right. Everything you thought you knew, up in the air. The game's not over. It's just starting. And this guy, this puppet master, who we thought was off somewhere pulling strings, he's been right there with us.
Which in a way means the viewers were part of the game too. We're putting the pieces together alongside the characters.
Totally.
Yeah.
The filmmakers got us, too. We're being played with, masterfully.
Yeah, you start noticing things on a rewatch, little hints, things you missed the first time. That's why people watch them over and over.
The colors, even the way it goes from those sickly greens to bright reds when things get intense, it's all planned. Everything, each camera angle, it's to keep you guessing, keep you off balance, so you doubt what you see, what you hear.
The guy was prepared for everything, every outcome, every way we might interpret it. Even the audience were just pawns in his game. We're trapped in there with them almost, you know? You start to think about that stuff, those truths about ourselves, and it's not a good feeling. I mean, that's what makes this more than just some scary movie, right? It's like Savior Day is messing with your head, making you think of the human condition, but like a dark, twisted, funhouse mirror version of it.
Exactly. And it sparked all these conversations, didn't it? People arguing about morality, what justice even means, if there's redemption in any of this.
Did Jigsaw think he was the good guy? Like, seriously?
Right. Forcing people through these horrific trials to make them appreciate life. Was he delusional? Sadistic?
Yeah.
Just satisfying some part of himself? It's a question that sticks with you.
Definitely. And that's how you know it's effective, right? Years later, sequels, whatever, we're still talking about the first one.
It's powerful. It doesn't try to wrap everything up neatly, give you a little bow on top. You're left with this uneasiness, these questions. It makes you look inward a bit.
Not always a fun experience.
Nope. And that's what makes Saw stuff stand out. It's not afraid to get uncomfortable, make you squirm, even.
Yeah.
Good, evil. Who's the victim? It makes you think about those lines.
Yeah, for sure. It's not just mindless. There's a reason it hit a nerve, even all this time later.
It tapped into something primal, I think. More than your typical horror movie.
It all works together, too. Low budget, that grittiness, being trapped like that.
That all builds up that raw power, yeah.
All right, so we're wrapping up our deep dive here into the whole twisted world of Jigsaw. What's the one thing you want our listener to walk away with?
I think, for me, it's that life, it's already a test.
Yeah.
Every day. We're making choices, big and small, and those choices, they define who we are, what we value, and sometimes it's those moments, when things are bad, when we're really faced with the possibility of things ending, that our true selves come out. So ask yourself, if Jigsaw put you in the game, what would your choices say about you?